some technical difficulties and lack of internet, we are hopefully live again on YouTube in just a few minutes. Join me as I draw tomorrow's comic, which is called SnackAttack. See you soon! Guys, after some technical difficulties and lack of internet, we are hopefully live again on YouTube in just a few minutes. Join me as I draw tomorrow's comic, which is called SnackAttack. See you soon! Guys, after some technical difficulties and lack of internet, we are hopefully live again on YouTube in just a few minutes. Join me as I draw tomorrow's comic, which is called SnackAttack. See you soon! Guys, after some technical difficulties and lack of internet, we are hopefully live again on YouTube in just a few minutes. Join me as I draw tomorrow's comic, which is called SnackAttack. See you soon! Guys, after some technical difficulties and lack of internet, we are hopefully live again on YouTube in just a few minutes. Join me as I draw tomorrow's comic, which is called SnackAttack. See you soon! Guys, after some technical difficulties and lack some technical difficulties and lack of internet, we are hopefully live again on YouTube in just a few minutes. Join me as I draw tomorrow's comic, which is called SnackAttack. See you soon! Guys, after some technical difficulties and lack of internet, we are hopefully live again on YouTube in just a few minutes. Join me as I draw tomorrow's comic, which is called SnackAttack. See you soon! Guys, after some technical difficulties and lack of internet, we are hopefully live again on YouTube in just a few minutes. Join me as I draw tomorrow's comic, which is called SnackAttack. See you soon! Guys, after some technical difficulties and lack of internet, we are hopefully live again on YouTube in just a few minutes. Join me as I draw tomorrow's comic, which is called SnackAttack. See you soon! Guys, after some technical difficulties and lack of internet, we are hopefully live again on YouTube in just after some technical difficulties and lack of internet. Guys, after some technical difficulties and lack of internet, we are hopefully live again on after some technical difficulties and after some technical difficulties and lack of internet, we are hopefully live again on YouTube in just a few minutes. Join me as I draw tomorrow's comic, which is called SnackAttack. See you soon! Guys, after some technical difficulties
I was already, whoops. And my mic was already on. Okay. All right. My Instagram is being finicky because it's trying to upload for a second time the thing that I've already uploaded. And I don't know how to stop it. Oh well, I guess I'll just let it go, maybe? Maybe I'll just close Instagram. There we go. Maybe that'll help. Because I don't want it to keep on running. There we go. Alright, let's go live here. Cat cam is still broken. I have not troubleshooted that yet. it just is completely dead. So I don't know if it is something with the USB port or the little plug, because I tried it on multiple ports. It's dead everywhere. So it's not the port I was plugging it into. I guess, I mean, I've had that happen with cams before. They're done when they're done. And this one was like 20 bucks. I think it wasn't that bad. So I'm like, it's not like my C920 or whatever went out, which cost, actually, these don't cost that much anymore. But this guy, it's like the 922. It's like the next version after the 920. That thing has been, when did I get that? I have not replaced that in years. So that one's a workhorse, but this little gooseneck, I really worry if it's something with the gooseneck, because I had something else. I had another cat cam, actually. It was another cat cam that had a positionable camera portion. Went out just like this, except it went green. So coconut was green for a stream before it actually died. This one just was like, we're done. At least you're able to shoot. Yes. So that, I have a solution for that, but it involves some uninstallation and reinstallation of stuff. I have to uninstall. So what I had before was this is just for my hardline internet. Of course, it has a driver, and as things are today, everything is attached to an app, which is really bad because the app does all sorts of stuff. And essentially, this app has a limiter feature where it will limit your upload. And the solution, of course, is to go into the app, disable that, and then uninstall the app, which I did. But now it looks like the only thing that's left was the driver somehow got knocked back into that limiting status. And I found the properties listed on the actual app of the driver little menu thing, properties thing inside Task Manager, but I don't know which one is actually limiting my upload. So I'm just going to go and delete the whole thing and reinstall a clean, hopefully unimpeded driver directly from the Intel site. You don't have to use this one, apparently, but that's what came installed, so it's just nothing but trouble. And so that is a problem-solving session for another day. And then yesterday, the internet went out completely with some sort of a network outage. And yeah, so my solution, which is why I went live for like 30 seconds at the end of Tuesday, was knocking it over to Wi-Fi, which is what I'm doing now, and it's perfect. So that's how I know it's my stupid driver once again. I was testing that theory out, and of course it did fine. I'm like, all right. What's weird though is that I was, as you know, able to go live on Twitch, and it was only limiting me. I mean, it was limiting a little less. I was getting about, it had opened the gate about 30% because I only had about 60% of my frames dropping versus YouTube was 100%. It was like 99. But for some reason, Twitch had the magic touch on my driver and was able to, you know, negotiate. I don't know. I kind of had a little vision of these two, like, you know, dealing with like gangsters. Like, okay, we'll give you 30%, no 60%, no 40%. Yeah. So that was Tuesday. Twitch was in the street. I know. Imagine that. And you know, the hard part is like I couldn't remember how to go live on Twitch. And so I was logging in, and of course there's all of this new stuff. And I hadn't been live on Twitch in years, so I didn't have a Twitch profile or connection set up in OBS. So I had to go do that. And then all of these new windows started popping up because apparently OBS Desktop has all of these things already built into the Twitch profile. And so I have like chat over here and I had this over here. But I was still stuck with how do I go live because I just could not remember. And then finally I think I did get it. And that's where it just, yeah, it was interesting and frustrating, and I don't think I ate lunch that day, which probably added to it. Not a good look, but whatever. But I did find a new, okay, so today's comic, I have not sketched it out. It's all up here. I wanted to do a version of the find which one doesn't belong. But Floof is going to be dressed up as snacks, and instead of them debating over which snack doesn't belong, they're just going to start eating the snacks. And so the gag at the end is the Floof running away for his life because they're eating all the snacks and he doesn't want to get eaten. So I got to figure out how to do that and the setup, because the setup's important. And I know I have those. You know, I set up, you know, which one doesn't belong, and then I show you all the different things. But I'm thinking that I might do, I'm going to have to do a little figure it outy stuff here. And I don't believe that this is the format I want. But I'm just going to draw some boxes here just so I can figure out what I want to do. Because I want a close up. The Floof is like, I'm here, I'm being sneaky. And then he looks and he's like, wait a minute, what's that sound? It's going to be nomming sounds. And then he's going to get nervous and then he's going to run off. I wonder, if I do, let me just grab two of these. And then he's running off. He's going to be a box of popcorn, I think. And the Floofs are going to be running after him. I think I'm going to have an oh no on that one. So I'm going to have like, since he's popcorn, he's going to have the hole here. So maybe I'll have 2 items in each of these. Does not belong. Hey Chris, welcome. Yes. Good to see you as always. think this is how I'm gonna do it, because I want to have the close-up on his face, and the noms are getting louder, and then they're gonna, like, this one will have like a half-eaten apple, this is gonna be an apple, this is gonna be a cookie, half-eaten, of course. Okay, so I need, hold on. I'm apple, cookie, chips, popcorn. I need 2 more snacks. What's a good snack? Cupcake. Another good snack. Carrots, maybe? Some healthy snacks in there with not so healthy snacks. 2 healthy snacks. But for snacks, indeed. But for snacks. All right. Okay, I think this is a good... I had another idea. Oh, shoot. I wrote it down in my webcomic idea thing. Let me check my webcomic idea thing to make sure I wrote it down. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Here. Okay. So I'm reading a book on, it's kind of a cringy title, but the nuts and bolts of the book are really good. And it's kind of like Storycraft for Dummies, but it is kind of Storycraft for Dummies, but it's how to go viral. But it's not really actually how to go viral. It's a course on first teaching you how to research and see what frameworks are working for what videos. And then it's teaching you storytelling frameworks, and then actually breaking down certain things that may be affecting success versus not on certain pieces of content. So what I want to do is I want to work that into some of my draw along videos, do some like things to kind of get into the behind the scenes of the comics. But I feel like my storytelling approach is not really that good there. I don't quite know how to set it up, because like the research section got me looking, and that made me notice it's kind of like a hook tactic. Like they show the gag right in the first 3 seconds, so you're gonna watch for the full 15 seconds. Oh my gosh, what an ask. But yeah, so that got me to start noticing that. It's kind of like when I was first studying composition, I was reading a book that was talking about the different ways that movies can frame to evoke emotion in a viewer. And one of the examples that really stuck with me was, so it's like a conversational shot, and the camera, where it's positioned, if it's positioned, like let's say it's positioned on my shoulder here, and you are seeing effectively the other person right here as they're speaking to you, and how, you know, if this person is smaller, if the camera is pointing down, it feels like a David and Goliath, versus if the camera angle is different and this person that the viewer is speaking to is larger, then you feel like David and this person is Goliath. It's like, you know, the way those things were pointed out, I finally was able to start seeing it and noticing it in the movies I was watching. And so this is a kind of a thing on that. But reading that, one of the kind of storytelling frameworks that they mentioned was 2 characters, 1 light bulb. And so what that is like one character is an expert, the other is a novice, and they're basically kind of approaching a problem at the same time. And then the viewer is kind of the novice, and you get the light bulb along with this character. And so that's kind of a story framework that draws you in. And so that gave me the idea for 2 floofs, 1 light bulb. And the floofs would be trying to figure out what to do with the light bulb. And they don't realize you need to screw it into the lamp. They think he maybe wants to have a nap, so they make him a little bed and a blanket. And then, oh God, that's a good comic. Okay, I need to... It was just an idea, but now I can see the frames. But that'll be another comic for a different day. But yeah, it's very interesting because it approaches it from a very analytical standpoint, and I feel that that works for me a lot better. It demystifies some things. And you know, if I have a framework, that's why I was attracted to this book in the first place, because it's simple steps. Like, you know, they did, there's a whole section on it, but they did kind of a preview of these different frameworks like DIY. I don't have it here, it's over on my Kindle. What were some other ones? It's just simple ones that, oh yeah, you can, once you start seeing these pieces of content, you can realize, you know, oh, this is this framework, and then you can start seeing it. I don't know. It's working for my brain. So, but it's also giving me ideas for comics, which is interesting. Yeah, that's a fair point, Chris. I might have to change the title. Maybe it'll just be a light bulb. All right. So this is Snack. Oops. Snack. Really? Really? You're not giving me my fonts? There we go. Okay. Oops. All right. Another thing I've noticed in this book is what I really like is the examples they use to break down videos. So they'll like walk you through, and they'll take one person's, you know, YouTube videos, same account, same person, but they'll show you the difference between one video that may have gotten several million views versus one that may be, you know, sitting at 100,000. and they'll say, okay, look at, let's examine these items. So first we do the very first thing you see is the thumbnail, and then the title, you're examining that, and then you're examining the structure of the video and the information that's actually presented. Is there a human angle to it, or is it just purely factual? And so it kind of compares and contrasts that and shows you how to look at things so you can analyze better. So what I want to do is go through and analyze art content to that end, because my marketing and my social media and content there just plain sucks. So we need to get better, and part of getting better is learning and realizing that things need to get better. So what do you mean? But it also gives a good metric of how to examine content independent of numbers, and kind of compare one creator to themselves, because within that you can see like which is and someone that gets consistently 100,000, a million views, the mean is about 100,000, let's say, but he or she has like 2 or 3 videos that have multi millions. Well, those are the outliers. Those are the gold standard that you want to look at and compare and see, okay, well, what are the different elements here that really made this work? So that's what I'm trying to do. Basically trying to figure out how to tell stories better, which is also leading me to want to make longer comics as well. Dee, welcome to the stream. Yeah, glad you're, I know, right? So I had no internet up until about an hour ago, and I was battling with bots on various channels, including X, and suddenly it comes back. I'm like, okay, well, that's nice. It's right in time for stream. May as well give it a go. But there was some... Oh, wait a minute. There we go. There was some mysterious outage that it was... do I need to... Okay. They didn't really give a lot of detail, which is absolutely frustrating. And to amplify the frustration, apparently if there is a network outage on Xfinity Comcast, they will not allow you to connect to an agent. You basically cannot talk to a human at all until this outage is resolved. But there's no information otherwise. So yeah, very frustrating. But it came back. So wait a minute. There we go. Bots again. Yeah. There needs to be a place for bots, like a purgatory. I wonder how that would help. Could that perhaps help the internet if bots, well, then there would have to be some sort of a mechanism to grade a bot. How can you grade a bot when you don't even know it's a bot? I don't know. Maybe it's just I don't know, because like some big companies like Xfinity, I think they deserve to have a bot grade. And if your bot grade is really bad, you get like to not use bots. You have to give humans jobs again. That would be nice. But then if they get a higher rating, they would be able to get their bots back and they take away the humans. But I mean, it's just, I don't know. Let's draw. Let's draw some snacks. Turi, welcome to the stream. I am making a comic and yapping a lot today. All right, so we're going to have 2 snacks per frame. Which snack does not belong? I'm going to say which snack does. Snack. No, I know. I want to say which. The conventional is which. Did I do which item does not belong? I think I do something different on the other comics. Which item is different than the others or something like that. I'll have to look back on my old comics and see. But for now, we'll just have which snack does not belong. All right, so what did I say? Simply Determined, welcome. I'll help as much as I can. Do you have like an Illustrator question? I am most proficient in that, though I do have experience in Photoshop. Not as much as Illustrator. Apple cookie, chips, popcorn, cupcake, and carrots. Okay. All right. So we need to do apple and a cookie. You're back again. Oh dear. Will life be good as you make it? All right. There we go. I wonder why that person has come out of the woodwork again. They were gone for ages. Well, that's not going where it needs to be. I'd like this to not be as chunky on the one side. Like, there we go. I like the line I had. There we go. Always interesting when certain folks show up. Thank goodness for the ability to blog. Yes, indeed. Now this is they come I feel like it's a different account every time, but the speech pattern is weird, but it's always the same thing that they say, and it kind of escalates the the longer I let it go. So I just don't understand what they're hoping to accomplish. And it doesn't seem like a bot. It seems just like a very strange person. All right, so we have a cookie. I kind of don't want I feel like I want the cookie to be upright, but when do you ever see a cookie upright? A cookie is always on a plate. I feel like I should draw like a plate rest for the cookie if I want the cookie to be upright. Never a dull moment on YouTube. Wondered when that come back. See, I don't understand. I just, usually there's some, speaking of story, I feel like there should be a story accompanying those, because we get the, you know, these people are out to get me, but you need to follow with, you know, the more of the elements of storycraft. We need to know why they're after you and what we can do to help. The block button for disruption is your friend. Yes, indeed. All right, I think I am gonna draw a plate rest for my cookie because I don't want to draw the I really want to draw the cookie upright, but is it gonna be ridiculous to draw a plate rest for a cookie? I'm gonna move the cookie up here. If I do this, let's just draw our cookie. It's a little bit, yeah, cookies don't need to have, well, roughly circular shapes. The cookie could be on displays like choose your fighter. That could be why it's on a plate rest. So the plate rest I'm thinking of is like, it's like this. Whoops. It's kind of like you've got two little, for most of them are like J shapes or L shapes, and they fold in half to store, but then you put like plate right in here. So I'm gonna have my little, and really that's all that you kind of need to see, I think. These get melty, so we gotta have melty chocolate pieces. Just small ones. No, it's too perfect. And maybe some. Oh. And of course, we'll have sparkles. So you can't have snacks without sparkles. Especially if it's a delicious cookie. All right, no. No, I'll just do levels later. Okay. Take away the side view cookie. So we got the cookie. Oh, we need sparkles around the apple. All right, so on to the next snack. Oh. Let's just take this out so it'll actually stay on the table. All right, so I have an apple and a cookie. I need Cheeps and our sneaky floof and the popcorn. And then we're doing a cupcake and carrots. So bag of Cheeps would be easy. I just need to, let's see, this is going to be a large one because I'm going to have the floof in the popcorn. Make this a little smaller. That's about the size there. And then I have a cupcake. Just gonna size this out. And then I have a cup of carrot sticks. I'm kind of making them, it's not really with much intention, but I'm noticing I'm doing similar shapes. Oh, Steve, welcome. Wait, what did it translate to? Excuse me. All right. We're drawing Cheeps and our popcorn flute. I think I need to redraw this line. Bring it forward so we have like maybe just there we go. I kind of want to redraw this one too. Nope. Peeps. Yes. That's better. All right. Now let's work on, I'm going to jump out of this and I'm going to group my items here. Jump back in and then let's draw the floofy popcorn. Disguise. That's not going to work. Bring this down a little bit. All right. I think I'm gonna let those lines just peter out there. Oh, let's gotta draw my floof face. All right. Oops. I want to make it smaller. I should have some holes for the floofs. Let's see. Let me just draw the floof as he would be sitting in disguise. Or maybe I'll just draw his ears peeking out and his whiskers. This probably needs to be smaller. And draw his little paws. Yeah. Floof said today I'm going to be popcorn because it's my favorite, but he didn't think that, oh, it's my friend's favorites too. Ariana, hello, welcome to the stream. Fewer technical difficulties today. Was blessed with internet returning just as stream was set to start, so I was like, all right, well, that's good. I'm gonna just redraw this line. And bring this up, and bring this up. I gotta actually fix the floof face here. I kind of want to bring it up a little bit. Maybe I bring his beaks up a little bit. I feel like if the floof is this shape, he's a little short. Seems like a better size of floof. He'll be able to run. Run away. Run away. See, that was another idea I had for a comic. I think this one will be between Coconut and another character, but I wanted to parody from Holy Grail the what is your name, what is your quest? And I wanted to do something, I don't know what I would parody with the third unladen swallow. I have to figure that out. But I want to find a cute, funny pair. I feel like it would be maybe a good Halloween or a kind of build up to Halloween, like maybe Coconut is testing out her costumes. Could be what's the ground speed velocity of an unladen floof. I don't know that. I can ask, is it a mini or mega floof? What would be the qualifying factor? Let's change this a little bit. I need to fix his face. I like his smile, but I've got to fix his face. Although he's kind of cute without his ears, just his whiskers kind of sticking out. Have John Cleese next in the death. Oh no! How old is he? No, no, no. That would be horrible. I know, right? I had just opened up Instagram, and that was the first reel that, or the first post that popped up was the announcement on Dolly. And I was just like, man. It had just been up like 4 minutes or so. Let's see. All right, so I've got, oh, popcorn. Oh, popcorn. Oh, goodness. What did I do here? My lines are a mess. Okay. Just need to not be as messy. There we go. Much better. All right, so now save and cup. Oh, did I? Like I drew something else over here. There it is. All right. Now for cupcake and carrot sticks. Okay. Switch. I am happy to report I have kept my one book a week for I think 3 weeks now. Well, I'm worried that I won't make this week because I have 3 hours left in 3.5-ish hours left in this book. But it's a little bit of a, I think I can do it. I can do it. Kind of want to back up, and I want to I can't count a graphic novel as a backup, but then I mean, then you get into the whole argument of, are comics really books and do they count? I mean, they're a much quicker read, and I have legitimately finished one of those as well, but it doesn't take much to finish a comic book. Give it a little bonbon or something here. Maybe cherry or something. What flavor? Cinnamon? Cinnamon ones are so good. But so are my lemon ones. So if this, I'm trying to think of how these lines would be if you're using a piping bag and the piping is going this direction, you would probably have lines that are all kind of going this way. Trying to get better on my frosting lines. Kind of makes sense. Yeah, I think so. Because you press up like that. And then this is where, let's see, the frosting tip was usually something like that. All right. I could make this a cherry. We'll see. I'm gonna move on to a quick bit of shadowing. Let's give this a little spongy texture because it is a sponge cake. Well, actually, would a cupcake qualify as a sponge cake? Not really, because sponge cakes you whip in the whites to get that spongy texture. We'll just call it texture then. General baked good texture, right? Maybe. All right, now let's draw some carrot sticks in a cup. Let's get back into this. And I need to draw my little dish. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did with my cupcake, because we like symmetrical dishes. All right, we're going to do a little Pyrex dish like that. I'm going to wave it. I feel that that's appropriate, although I did not. I won't need the back of this dish because the carrots are going to be in the way. Carrot sticks. I want to do long carrot sticks. This is a glass dish, so I'm gonna need glass dish type reflections and shadows. Would I do baby carrots? I should probably draw the carrots in their own group. Some of the little baby carrots I have a little spot with a stem on it. And I might I think I'm going to have to do it this way. I think I'm going to have to cut. This needs a carrot there. I'm going to slice the carrots here because I'm going to have these behind glass, so the line art and coloring will be slightly different because of the glass. Not a lot, but it's going to be a little bit more towards blue. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I will separate these sections as they go through the glass on that edge. And then I'll just group the two and color them separately. So this will be kind of like how I do stuff below and above a waterline, because this glass will be a bluish outline color, and I'll pop this on top of these. I don't need that line. And I'm probably gonna have to I'm gonna have to cut this group out and paste in. I'm gonna paste in front for now, and then everything on top is going to be on top. So I need to organize that. That's in the back. That's in the back. This is on top. Yes. All right. So I can push my glass forward on top. And then this stuff actually can be erased because I have carrots blocking it. All right. So that's how I'm going to do that. And so they'll be sitting nicely inside of the glass bowl. Then what I'm going to do, come in here. And I'll do some nice shading here to help out with this idea. Not like that, but more like 20%. Just a small bit because there's going to be shading over the top too. And then I'll go 30% for the top. All right, so that'll help also with a little bit of a glass looking edge. Okay, delete that, delete that. And I can go up here and move this. Bring these guys down. Wait. And these will be super simple. Why did it translate hi Ariana to hi Ariana? Oh, Google, please. YouTube, please. What are you doing? All right, do I want to copy? No, I can draw it fresh. Actually, you know what? I'll just fully erase that. And we're going to cut through up here. And we'll cut through over here. I'll move this num num. Num num. There we go. Now I get to change the face and the whiskers. And I get to do a big oh no. I want to make the whiskers crooked. I don't want to do like what do I do there? I make his eyes real. This is not that. I mean, I need to make that there's a lot of a difference. Maybe. whiskies up. I kind of want him to be trying to look and see what's going on. It's like maybe he's smooshing his face over here. Also, it could be like maybe he's realizing what happened. Oh no. Maybe the whiskeys need to be down. And the noms need to be bigger. Tremors going through. Okay, and I'll make these a different font color. Oh, I need to put sparkles around all those too. Okay, so a floof is stuck in a box of popcorn. What's the angle of this box of popcorn? I've drawn it like this, but how do you run if you're in a box of popcorn and you have very little leg? I kind of want that. I think there's going to be a hole, of course, for his footers. Because he's like holding on to the popcorn boxes. He's running away and the popcorn's flying out and he's got the apple and the cookie. A waddle type run, so like kind of like that. How do I do that? I mean, it would be totally like this. I'm gonna have to do a waddle, waddle, waddle. So it'd be like Just drawing my box here, which is not right. I want to bring this box a little closer in. Yeah. Waddle. Losing his popcorns. I need to make it thinner still. There we go. That's a little bit closer to what he was in the... There we go. Point size up a little bit. Oh Lord, look at all those extra points. Good gracious. Thank you. Bringing those down a bit. Good grief. I like it when I draw a running floof and I get to kick the little footer out in the back. So this guy has the apple, which has a nice bite out of it. That's a lumpy apple. Okay, let's try this again. Apple. And also half the cookie. This little footer needs to be bigger. Oh no. Maybe this one is holding on to piles of popcorn. Let's make his eyes less. Maybe he's catching the popcorns as they fall. Out of that group. And I need to give our little popcorn waddler and to give him his own shadow. His feet are on the ground. He's trying to go as fast as he can. All right. Center. Center. Like the oh no. Oh no. And this will definitely be cut into a 2-frame swipe on Instagram. So I'm going to have these guys right here, frame 1, and then Popcorn Floof is going to be running away in frame 2. I like this one. I like this one a lot. Let's move those guys up. Actually, I could probably make them bigger. Make them a little bigger. All right. Well, that was pretty easy on... Oh, let's bring these guys forward. And I'll, of course, drop out the background line once I get there. Send those to the front and group. Send those to the front and group. And my nom nom noms will be a different, probably lighter. I might do something to make it pop more. Here it's all right because it's a quieter nom nom and he's not aware of what's going on yet. But then he realizes. All right. So I think that'll be it for me today. I'm going to go ahead and shut down stream. I was really happy it worked so well today. I did not have, knock on wood, a single dropped frame. It looks like my speed and everything stayed rock solid. So that is good. So frustrating. But yeah, I'll do my troubleshooting and try to fix my hardline. Well, not try to, I will fix it. I gotta find the right driver to download that's clean and make sure that I remove all of the old everything before I install the clean Intel driver, which has no branding and no BS attached to it. All right, so let me see. I think that's it. I mean, I've got, I have a little cleanup here and extra details, but I just have, the basics there. I like it how he's holding on to the edge of his popcorn boxes he's running. And the waddle waddle was a good call. I might add some more waddling. Near troubleshooting go. Oh, thank you so much, Sharon. It should. The biggest problem for me is remaining patient and not, when I get frustrated, then things start to go. If I can remain patient, then I'm okay. All right, so let's go ahead and switch over to the ending screen. There we go. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will be back on Tuesday with, let's see, I was gonna do, this past Tuesday, I was gonna work on seasonal design, so I may be moving that to next week. I still do want to do a traditional stream. If I get my secondary cam back up and running, that might be viable. But we'll see. That's what's up there now, and also book stream. So that's what Tuesday will probably be, and then of course next Thursday more comics. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your Thursday and a wonderful weekend. Thank you, Dee, Sharon, Ariana, Chris, all my lurkers. Let's see, who else do we have here? Steve, thank you for joining. Let's see, there was a Turi that joined. But yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.